Hello, welcome to Manchild Motorsports. Tonight we have Group 1 of Round 1 in the American Muscle Tournament. I am Taylor Drift, and this is my co-host Papa Pugsley.
Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Tonight we have 8 great-looking cars going to be running tonight. We'll have to take a closer look and see who is up against who and who can make it to the next round.
I can't wait to see how good these cars look flying down the track tonight. Let's take a look at our race bracket.
Yes, good idea. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket for tonight. So here's the full bracket. If you want to take a closer look, go ahead and pause it and look at it. We're going to focus in on who will be racing tonight. So tonight we'll be starting off with in the first group, Dusty Miles, Farrell Patrick, Wood Grain, and Little Bruce will be in the first one. The second group will be Puff, Halligan Seagrave, JAC, and Coots. So just a reminder, the top 2 from each race will be moving on. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the top 5.
We have Dusty Miles on top of the leaderboard with a 6.4246, and Farrell Patrick sitting as the gatekeeper with a 6.6345. In the first race tonight, both of these drivers will be trying to better their time on the board. Our first group starts off with Dusty Miles from Milestone Racing in a Chrysler 300 coming at 60.5 grams.
Then we have Farrell Patrick. He's driving for Farrell Mods. He's in a Camaro Z28 coming in at 56.1 grams.
Now we have Wood Grain from New Jersey Drive Racing in a 69 Dodge Charger weighing 52.9 grams.
Lastly, we have Little Bruce driving for Scalvero Racing in a 92 Ford Mustang coming in at 59.3 grams.
Dusty Miles will start off in the pole with Farrell Patrick next to him to round out the front row.
That's 6.5366, a good time, but he's already got a faster time in number 1 spot, so he's not going to add to the board. Nice run, though. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at this race. Coming down the Butterfly, everybody comes through nice and smooth. Come out a little bit all together, but Dusty Miles takes the lead coming down the straightaway. Everybody smooth coming down through there. Going to the final, Dusty Miles got a big lead coming out over Farrell Patrick that flips over right there at the end. But it looks like he's going to get through, and then right there at the end, Wood Grain passes up Little Bruce.
Dusty Miles takes the lead with 4, and Patrick moves over to the pole.
Everybody looks good getting to the Butterfly, but looks like Wood Grain and Little Bruce both had issues there, and the Butterfly not able to make it out. So it's Patrick and Dusty coming all the way down here to the end. Patrick's got a good lead. He's going to take the win.
It's all tied up at 7 with Dusty and Patrick. Wood Grain will move into the pole for race 3.
Everybody hits the Butterfly about the same time, but look at Wood Grain. He was over on his lid, came back through, and still able to get in line, still even up with everybody else. Coming down, looks like Little Bruce is in the lead, coming down to the final corner. Still got Little Bruce, Wood Grain, Dusty, and Farrell Patrick.
Going into the last race, it is anyone's race to win. Dusty is in the lead with 9, and Lil Bruce has the pole.
Look at that, 6.4563 for Dusty. He blew it away again, but his number 1 time is still better, so he still stays on the board with that time. Another great run by Dusty. When he gets out front, he gets out front. Coming down, he started off out front, coming down that straightaway, and he just never looked back. Huge lead coming down over Little Bruce, and everybody else coming around the roundabout. Going to the last corner, there he is by a far margin. You got Little Bruce on his lid. You got Farrell coming in, and nobody else makes it past the line. So with that, Dusty Miles and Farrell Patrick will be moving on to the next round. Congratulations, guys.
For the next race, we will be starting off with Puff from Puff's Racing in his 68 Mercury Cougar coming in at 50.2 grams.
Then we have Halligan Seagrave from 5 Alarm Racing and a Dodge Challenger SRT coming in at 57.3 grams.
Next, we have JAC from JAC Racing in a Corvette weighing 60.6 grams.
Lastly, we have Coots from Bent Rod Racing and a 68 Mercury Cougar coming in at 45.7 grams.
For the first race, Puff will start off in the pole and Halligan will round out the front row.
Everything looked real good to the straightaway. Coots ended up losing on the side and flipped over, and that hung up JAC as well. We have Puff and Halligan going to make it down to the end here. And looks like Puff's coming around that last corner by a big lead, and he's going to go ahead and take that first win. JAC tried to push him down the track, but didn't quite make it all the way. He lost it there at the end.
Puff will start off as our leader, and Halligan will move over to the pole. JAC moves up to the front row.
Everything looks good and get to the butterfly, but Halligan loses it and Puff drives underneath him going through that butterfly. JAC is really starting to shoot out to the lead here. He's got Coots coming behind him, followed by Puff. Coming down this last corner, you got JAC's going to take it for the win. And you got Coots and then Puff bouncing around there at the end.
Puff is still in the lead with 6, but everyone still has a chance. JAC takes his turn in the pole.
Everybody's getting to the butterfly at the same time and they make it smooth through there, and they're still bunched up coming out of the butterfly. Tight race this time. Coming around the corner, still tight, but looks like JAC's going to fight for the battle. Coots was sideways a little bit up there on top, but JAC's coming down for the win by Coots. Puff got pushed across by Halligan.
Going into the last race, we have a tie at the top with Puff and JAC. Coots has the pole. I think Halligan's night might be coming to an end.
Everything looks good going through the butterfly. Coming out of the butterfly, looks like Coots gets off to a little bit of a lead. Coming down the straightaway, he's coming around sideways, but still able to make the lead. Everybody else is bunched up. Coming down to the final corner, you got Coots trying to make a pass, not able to do it in flips, so that allows Puff in first, Coots, JAC. So we have Puff and JAC going on to the next round. Congratulations, guys. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at the next round.
So from tonight's race, we will have Dusty Miles, Farrell Patrick, Puff, and JAC moving on to the second round in Group 1.
Congratulations to those going on. It was a tough race tonight. We had a bunch of good runs, and they came out on top. Let's go ahead and take a look at next week's race. We're starting off with Group 2, so we have Ray Sugar, Bob Billingsley, Sarge, Little Johnny Carburetor will be in the first group. Second group will be Scotty, RC, Sam Hall, and then Cloaked After Dark. Make sure you tune in for next week's race.
Thanks for watching. I would like to thank Spoolheads, Slandman Customs, and Merch by Meekin for all the great stuff they design for our tracks, and Redline Derby for giving us a place to all come together. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe.